Hello, this is Justin, and this video is about how to easily find good stocks to invest in. When you look at the stock market, there are thousands of stocks, and you might not know which ones are good investments and which ones are not. And what a lot of people do is they just give their money to a fund manager, which is fine, but you have to pay a fee and you also have to pay a percentage of your profits. So maybe you don't want to do that. You can still buy an index fund or an ETF, which are basically collections of stocks. And that allows you to diversify, and it's pretty safe, relatively speaking. And you can still get a pretty decent return by buying an index fund or an ETF. And that is fine, but if you want really big profits from the stock market, it's very rare to get that from a index fund or an ETF, because the biggest stock market gains often happen for a few individual stocks. And if you really want to make a lot of money from the stock market, you have to concentrate your investments on a few individual stocks. So it helps for you to know how to analyze stocks so you can pick the right ones that can give you big returns that beat the stock market, that beat the index funds and ETFs. But because basically index funds track the stock market, so they'll do as well as the stock market as a whole. And ETFs are basically more flexible, specific versions of index funds, so maybe they have a more tailored selection. But at the end of the day, because it's so spread out and the investments are so spread out, you're not going to make very big profits from these options. However, you can make huge profits by buying certain stocks, because some stocks can go way up and you can get huge returns from those investments. So the way to find these good stocks to invest in that I would suggest to you, and which is easy to do, is to just look at what the top investors and hedge fund managers are investing in. And there's a website called dataroma.com, which lists the activity, the holdings of top investors like Warren Buffett and Carl Icahn and so many top investors. And you can just see what they're trading, what they're buying, what they're selling, what they're holding. And you can base your investment activity off of them. And this is a great way to find good stocks to invest in, because these are very skilled investors. So if they're picking a stock, they are basically doing the work for you for free, because they are required to release that information to the public because of regulations. So you don't have to pay any fee to get that information. You basically get this information for free. And you can just track their activity and see what they're investing in and let them do the research and work for you, because their research and work is to pick out good stocks to invest in. And every time they release their activity and their holdings to the public, which they have to according to the law, then you can just check out what they're doing and base your investment activity off of that. And if you're picking from the stocks they're already picking, it's going to be much safer, because you're picking from stocks that have been vetted by an experienced investor that probably have a great track record. And you're picking stocks that maybe have been invested in by multiple very experienced investors, because through dataroma.com you can check the trading activity and the holdings of many different top investors. So you can make sure that not only does this experienced investor think this is a good stock, but a lot of other experienced investors think it's a good stock. So that allows you to really vet stocks and just pick from the best of the best, because you're picking from stocks that have already been vetted by the top investors. And you can make sure that it's vetted by more than one top investor, and maybe it's vetted by many top investors, which means it's probably a good stock pick. So that's a way to find good stocks to invest in. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this video helped you. You can check out dataroma.com. I can link that in the description below, and pick your stocks off of the stocks that the top investors have already picked, which are usually good stocks because they have been vetted and researched by the top investors, and you're investing based on the research that they have done, and you're allowing them to do the work for you. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you get notified when new videos come out. Also, follow me on Instagram where you can DM me, and follow me on Medium where I write about the same topics I talk about on YouTube. The links for my Instagram and Medium are in the description below, so check that out, and I'll see you next time.